Greetings, YouTube. My name is Emir. Welcome to my channel, Emir Reviews. Today, I will be reviewing the book Dune. Dune is one of my favorite sci-fi novels of all time. Dune takes place in a distant future in a feudalistic galactic empire. Each planet is controlled by a different noble house. The main character, Paul Atreides, and his family are tasked with the stewardship of the planet Arrakis, a desert planet whose main economic power is the spice melange, a drug that enhances the lifespan, vitality, and awareness of those that take it, even causing prescience in some. One of my favorite things about this book is the world building. You really feel like you are in a universe that actually exists and has existed for millennia. A lot of the themes of this book include being inspired by Arabian culture, and some of the books, or one of the books that inspired this book was 1001 Arabian Nights, and it is quite the journey, to say the least. The biggest thing with this book that I really enjoy is the fact that it has fantasy elements involved with it, along with the sci-fi elements. And I'm a huge fantasy reader, and this was actually my first intro into getting into sci-fi. And I think it is a good bridgeway if you are an avid fantasy reader to jump into this book. Though some people might not enjoy the book because it is not very descriptive. It doesn't really go into a lot of detail of different weapons, or the way that places look, or even what the spice really is. You just know that it's a thing, and you find out what the spice is later on in the book. But other than those negatives, the positives are that the world building is excellent. The prose is fantastic in this book. I don't think I've ever read a book that has prose this good, and it can be a little daunting for some people to get into because it is very heavy in the literature, and it has a rhythm and pace to it that is really unique, that I really haven't seen done as well as this book. And some of the other great things about this book is it's just you really get into the characters. You love the characters, and the Freemen are one of the really cool aspects about it, and their whole culture and the way that they do everything is quite unique. And the whole prophecy or prophet storyline that you get with this book is nowadays has been quite overdone, but for this time it could be looked over for when the book was written. Dune is a mammoth of a story, and it is quite jarring for some people, I think, to get into. But if you're a huge sci-fi fan, you'll love this book. If you are a huge fantasy fan, there are definitely things in this book that you would enjoy. And I think that one of the best things about this book is the sort of underlying narrative that he goes into, just talking about how religion takes a hold of people and what it can do to humanity. And I think it handles it very well. And I think that one of the best parts of this book has to be the sandworms. If you have sandworms or any sort of giant monster, anything like that, I'm 100% in. It's probably one of the main reasons that I got into the book was because David Lynch's Dune, which is, I don't think is very good, but I do appreciate anything that can execute having giant monsters and do it well. And I think that this book is a great read, and I would give it a solid 9 out of 10 stars. It's probably my favorite science fantasy book that I've read so far, and I think that you guys would enjoy it. Thank you. Have a good day.